You're a midlife woman who is struggling with overwhelm, rage, depression, anxiety, stress of any kind, and just legitimately want to hang it all up. This video is for you. My name is Leslie Irvis. I'm a registered dietitian and a personal trainer. And in this video, we are going to go over some basics of nervous system regulation, some ways to regulate your nervous system, and to reclaim your body. So if you're new to me, I actually want to start by teaching you a way to come into the calm. So right now, I want you to just think about everything that's going on. Like I'm super stressed. I've got 35,000 things to do. I'm listening to this in the background. I'm driving the car. I'm getting the Kleenexes packed. I'm putting toilet paper in different rooms. I am trying to get this kid this way and that kid that way. And I'm trying to stay my happy self and I'm trying to stay in control and I'm trying not to lose it. And everything is going haywire. Okay. Feel that in your body. And just for 1 second, feel where that emotion is in your body. Feel what that emotion feels like. Is it in your chest? Is it hard? What color is it? What does it represent? What does it feel like to you? Now, this might be the first time you've ever been asked this question before. So if you're like, I don't know, it feels terrible, that is an okay thing. That's why this video is one you're going to want to save, share with friends, and pass on. Because as you can start to understand your nervous system, you can free yourself. So we're going to come back to this exact question at the end. But what I want you to do right now is to just if you're standing, feel your feet firmly on the ground. I love to take off my shoes at this point. I love to chuck them across the floor and really feel my feet on the ground, the bare ground, whether that's carpet, the ground. I go outside, I put my feet in grass, I put my feet on the concrete, I put my feet on beautiful tile, I put my feet on a beautiful rug, anything that makes me feel good. But I get my feet connected to the ground. And because I'm sitting, I will also feel my butt connected to the chair. And as I feel that, I just feel supported, right? Like I don't have to think, oh my gosh, is this chair going to support me? I know it's going to. I don't have to think, is the ground going to give way? I know it's going to. Okay. And so I'm confident in this. Bring that into your body, that firm secureness. And as you feel your connection there, I just want you to, if you are looking to the screen, wander your eyes away and just slowly gaze around your room. Maybe there's a window you look out, a beautiful tree. I just saw a bird or bug hopping. Really just slowly move your eyes around your room, reminding yourself there's no tiger. Maybe the toilet paper has to go this way, the Kleenexes has to go this way, Timmy has to go that way, Tina needs to go that way. Whatever. I'm supported by the chair and the ground and this beautiful tree and environment, and it is gorgeous. And I'm safe. I'm safe. Everything's going to get done, and it's all going to be okay. When you can do that, when you can bring yourself back into this safety and security in this exact moment, what you do for your nervous system is let it know it's safe. Now, the more we can bring in safety, the better it's going to be for us. Now, the best way I have to explain this is I have a tiny little dragon cup here, and I have a very big water. If I tried to pour this water into this, and I let it pour and pour and pour and pour and pour and pour and pour, what's going to happen? This is going to overflow. That is what's happening in your body right now. When you're stressed, when you're overwhelmed, when you feel like you can't do it anymore, but you feel like you can't tell anybody, what you're doing is just overflowing the cup. The cup is overflowing and overflowing and overflowing, and it's spilling on my computer. It's burning up the electronics. It's burning up your brain. It's causing you to be stressed, anxious, and you just feel like there's nothing left because this entire overflow is there's no more capacity. The cup is only so big. There's no more capacity. There's no way it can hold more. Okay. So what I want you to come into the realization is that what you do when you bring yourself into this safety piece is you can increase capacity. Now, most people say, like we're born with a nervous system, we're born with a certain system. We can't like make it grow. However, we can in my mind. Why? Because I really like to think about it. The more capacity, the more flow, the more room, right? When you were a kid, maybe they did the jar thing where they like filled the jar full of marbles and they were like, is this full? And you were like, yeah, it's totally full. And then they like poured in sand and they were like, is this full? And we were like, yeah, it's full. And then they poured in water and more water fit and you're like, yeah, it's full. And like all of these different things could go into this jar, even though even with the marbles, it was full. Okay, because we have all these different levels of capacity and we can pack it in, we can shove it in, and we can overload the system. Okay, now what we can do is we can increase our capacity little by little by allowing more things to become safe, by allowing it to be like, oh, right, the toilet paper's got to go that way, and the Lita's got to go that way, and Timmy's got to go that way, and Timmy's got to go that way. And it's like, pfft, everything's good to go. I'm just going to drink more water, right? That is what the beginning exercise did for you. Now, I want you to take that beginning exercise that you did right now, and I want to pack on what's happening around you, okay? So, most of us didn't know that when stressful events happened to us that we didn't know how to process as a kid, okay? That what we did was we created like a ball or a rock. Remember how we were talking about how like you increase capacity? So imagine I threw a whole bunch of rocks in here. It is not very easy for me to flow through here anymore, right? If I've got a bunch of rocks in there, it's not very easy for it to flow. Whereas if I tried to pour sand in an empty cup, it will just spread on out and do the thing. But with the rocks, it's going to jaggedly go in, right? Depending on where it can pour, and some will fill up a little bit more and all the things, right? Okay. And that's what's happening to your nervous system. So, as you can induce in an everyday basis, I'm safe here in this chair and I'm going to look around. As you start to feel overwhelmed, stressed, beyond control, I can't think about what's next. How do I do this? What is my first step? When you get there and you can attach this, you can induce your body into safety. Like, okay, there might be 55 things here, but there is no tiger. Okay. Because there's no tiger in the room, I'm safe. So now I just need to easily digest this. Now, the first time you do it, it might not be that big, but the second and third time you do it, it'll be bigger and better. So now, in hearing all these things and going back to the beginning emotions, as you're feeling yourself supported, as you're feeling yourself in the chair, as you're feeling yourself attached to the ground, do you feel less of the overwhelm? Even just the minuscule. That is improvement. That's going to increase capacity. It's going to be like, okay, so when my brain comes back to, I've got all these things that have to be done, and they have to be done now, and they're going to be done now, and I have all this pressure, which, by the way, I want to share my screen because here's the deal. If you are familiar with human design at all, if you have an open root system, you might feel even more pressure from those around you. And so that open root pressure from your human design is coming in here. And tack on that everybody else's emotions are there. So while Timmy has to go this way and Tina has to go this way, and we've got 85 things going and they need their shoes and they're this and they're that, and they're feeling their stress because we didn't know how to teach them how to handle their stress, we're taking on their emotions on top of it if our emotional solar plexus over here is just wide on open. So it's wide on open, taking theirs, increasing the pressure, and then the root, increasing the pressure to get it all done. And here you are like, I want to pull out my hair. And there's just one simple task that you can come back to, and that is my feet are on the ground, my butt is in the chair, I'm looking at this beautiful place, I'm looking and I see these beautiful trees, and I am just safe. And when I can do that, when I can bring that in, I can increase capacity, which means the next time this is it, I'm going to be that mom. Like they kind of joke about it of like that little backseat parenting where it's like, I'm just going to let them find out. And I'm drinking my drink and I'm watching they do these things as they're just going to hurt themselves. That's kind of what I have in the thought process of my mind, is that I'm just going to chill back. But what I chill back from is the old version of me, the one that was like spinning psycho crazy. I've got to go do all these crazy things and la 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 la. Okay. And like, really ran amok, okay? Because I didn't know how to tell that girl, like, hey, if we just felt supported and got ourselves back into feeling normal right now, we could take this one step at a time without the stress, without all of this. We could decrease our depression, decrease our rage, decrease all the things that are happening, especially during midlife, and we could feel safe in our bodies again. So, If this is you, if that resonated and you're looking to increase capacity, you're on the right channel. I have a playlist here. It's a nervous system reset, co-regulation playlist that talks to you about all of these things that I do on a regular basis. If you're like, oh no, I want even more, Leslie, then what I want you to do is below this video as well, there is a bunch of things. There is a somatic work meditation, which will help you walk through more processing of this for free. And then there is also a $27 nervous system course where this video and other videos that are not free are embedded. I include this video in there so that way you can see this video as well to know that like, oh, okay, this is the same thing. So if you're watching this free on my YouTube, congratulations, you've already seen part of the $27 course. So if this is very helpful for you, jump in, grab it for sure. It's right below here. You will see the link to the $27 course. If you're watching this, you should be attached to the playlist, but if you just go to my main screen and hit nervous system or hit playlist for me, you'll see the nervous system one and you can watch all those videos. I give you a lot of free things, but there's a lot more on that $27 course. And then, of course, if you enjoyed this, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Here we talk about healthy minds, healthy bodies, healthy nervous system for midlife women. So if that is you and what you want, you are in the right space. Outside of that, please like, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye for now.